Hello, lovely listeners. It is I, Andrew White, from the podcast TrustyHogs, which you are currently listening to. I've got some live dates coming up that I'd love you to be at if you are free and nearby. Leicester, which is part of a big TrustyHogs day. You can go see Helen, Catherine, and TrustyHogs Lives, and me, all in one day. That's on the 15th of February. That's part of the last show of my current tour. I'm also going to Norwich on the 29th of January. That is a rescheduled date from my previous illness, but it's a very lovely show, and I'd love you to come see it. And I'm working on a brand new show, which I'll be performing in Bristol on the 23rd of January, which is the same day as Helen. I'm in the same venue right after Helen's Work in Progress, which is sold out. So if you've already got tickets to Helen's, why not stick around for an extra 45 minutes and come check me out as well. 23rd of January in Bristol. All those dates are in my link tree.
Got to do the White Bower double.
The White Bower?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that really is unfortunate. Thank you.
A shame.
Thank you.
That's great that one's sold out.
Yeah.
Yours will sell out immediately.
Thank you.
Catherine, sorry, pluggy.
Hello, it's me. I'm still on tour. Catherine, it started in March, I know, and it will finish in March probably. But for now, if you haven't seen me, you'd like to, I'll be in Belfast on Sunday the 19th of January. I'll be in Margate on the 12th of February, Leicester on the 15th of February. I will also be in Birmingham on the 19th of March, Glasgow on the 22nd of March, Edinburgh on the 23rd of March, Manchester on the 26th of March, and Bristol on the 28th of March. I'd love to see you there. Bye. It's called Again with Feelings.
Hello, I am doing a new show next year. Tour to be announced, Edinburgh to be announced. But until then, I'm doing some work in progresses to get my show into shape. I will be in Bristol on the 23rd of January. I'll be at Top Secret on the 27th of January in London. I'll be in Leicester on the 15th of February. So will Catherine and Andrew and TrustyHogs Live. I'll be in London again on the 19th of February at Always Be Comedy. Then I'm in Glasgow, and then I'm in Brighton in May and March. Please come and see me.
Hello and welcome to episode 169 of Trusty Hogs. I'm Catherine Bohart. She's Helen Bauer.
69, famously a very tricky position for those in a different height relationship. Something to think about there.
Huh.
You want to be the same height.
But
otherwise, it's a different game. It's a different game. People are frowning at me right now. It's a different game.
I think it really all depends on length of torso.
The nose in the crotch and the nose in the asshole is such a different thing.
Sorry, do you think it's asshole?
You can be, no, it shouldn't be asshole, but you can be so far round if you're longer than them that you end up round the other side.
Why would you end up round the other side?
Because you're so much longer.
Are you 7 foot tall and they're 1 foot tall?
If they're 1 foot tall.
What are you doing? How would you curl
around? If they're like 5'4" and I'm 6'1",
you're not curling right the way round them, all the way up to their asshole.
It's not all the way round.
You're not curling in a full J.
One
up
second,
to their
let me
asshole.
think for a second.
You're mad.
Am I the 6 or the 9?
How do you do puzzles?
Oh, really well, actually. Quite speedy.
Inexplicable.
Quite
to me.
speedy.
Do you mind if I finish the intro to the episode?
Yeah, you do that while I figure this out.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Welcome to episode 169 of Trusty Hogs. As you know, I'm Catherine Bohart. She's the disgusting one. She's confused. She's working something out. It genuinely looks like she's trying to do a physics.
What I said.
No, you can't stand by what you said.
I lie by what I said. Slightly crooked.
There's no way you go all the way back around to the ass.
Right, clothes
Give me
off
a
on the
break.
ground. Let's move the table. You and I are going to figure this out. Em just watching.
No thanks.
Andrew photographing. I'm so
This
sorry.
is Trusty Hogs, where we talk about our perfect lives. And Helen becomes sexually threatening within 4 seconds of the podcast starting. And we answer your problems. Though if they're anything to do with the logistics of a 69, we cannot help with that.
Or we
Sorry.
can, maybe.
We can't. You
Catherine,
can't help.
How are
Helen.
you? How
I'm
were you?
all right.
How was your week? What have you been up to?
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm still feeling like the buzz of it's a new year, it's a new me. Let's do this thing. I have been getting up so early because I've been so excited about the year. and been so like, let's go, woohoo, we're doing it. And I've been getting up ready to run, and I've been doing more exercise, which I really enjoy. But although I'm about to drink this hot chocolate, I'm a little bit tired. But I mean, come on, I think I'm starting to think it would be quicker if I said when I'm not tired, because I think you get past 35 and then you're just always tired, question mark?
I wouldn't know. None of us would know.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, your knee starts making a noise when you go upstairs and you're tired all the time. But that's okay. It kind of makes you feel very alive. You're like, oh, I must have done so much today. And then you're like, oh no, but still.
I get the knee thing.
Right?
I do.
Which one?
Left.
Oh, mine's right.
Left knee.
My right knee is so loud. Ellen can hear me coming. There's no, my career in burgling's over. Over. Honestly.
Do you remember that bit did you ever watch Alan Partridge? The last season.
Why would I need to watch that, which you say to my face ad nauseum?
It's like a little thing they do in this time, the new Alan Partridge series, where every time he like squats down or stands up, it's like and it's just it's never referenced. That
really is me though.
funny.
My hips click, my knees click, my toes click, everything clicks. Awful. Sorry. Have you guys ever had a hot chocolate? Because this is crazy good.
Dude, this is the hot chocolate I just told you to get.
This is so good. Is everyone having... Guys, if you're at home, make a hot chocolate. This is divine.
It's January. It's full hot chocolate season.
Oh my
Chocky
God,
porridge
it's
season is
delish.
in. Let's get chocky.
I'm doing protein breakfast, so I've had to give up chocky porridge for a while.
No, you can... Chocky porridge can accommodate protein.
Mm-mm.
Can't you get protein powder?
I will not put protein powder in my porridge. It tastes like... Blech.
Wait, there's natural... I know so much about this now. Almond butter's a protein. Peanut butter's a protein. Make a Reese's peanut butter cup porridge. You're welcome.
I don't think that's the same as like my 2 eggs and salmon.
Have that as well. Actually, no, salmon and chocolate
How
not
much
good.
time do I have for breakfast?
Do not make salmon and chocolate.
I can have a 3-course protein breakfast.
Well, how early are you? You're getting up early,
We
huh?
can't all pack in 500 grams of meat in the morning.
Me, first thing, 600,
Let's do
half
this
a lamb.
I can't do it. I can't.
I spent £8.90 on soup the other day.
What?
On 2 portions of soup to take home. £8.90.
From where?
Isn't that mental? But then, when you think about it, if you order soup out and about, it's a £5.
Wait, sorry, where is this from?
It's from a really fancy deli down my way.
Okay, but it might be beautiful
What's it
soup.
called? Gladwell's.
I've just started to make it the most gorgeous corn chowder, and it's delicious.
It's corn.
I've started to. Em made it for me first. Now that I know how to make it, I make it all the time.
It's corn. Mine's corn.
I love it. It's so good. Em taught me how to char the corn on my hob, and then I cut that in on top, and I started to do some paprika tofu, little like croutons, and it's protein and delicious.
Okay, I feel like last episode
Wow,
we talked about nature and now we're into soup.
Are we a protein pod?
Oh my God, I've always said I wanted to become a protein pod.
New genre.
Oh my God, great.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God, and let's
I'm
do the
flexing my
women. Let's
muscles.
talk women as well. Let's talk women as well.
Grr,
Why are they in
grr.
positions of power? It doesn't make any sense.
You've lost me.
Protein wise,
we've lost me.
soup isn't a protein, is it?
Well,
It's not a protein meal,
sorry.
is it?
I was getting the foam off my hot chocolate with my finger, which is disgusting. But sorry, just to the question is more: are the ingredients in your soup a protein? Like soup as a group, not a protein necessarily, unless of course you're making it with bone broth, or you're making it with a meat, or you're making it with beans.
Beans aren't a protein. I think they're a pulse.
They have. Yeah, like chickpeas have loads of
Okay.
protein and.
Oh, did they?
Or a lentil soup would have lots of protein in it.
Oh yeah, but lentil soup is like.
It's delicious.
Yeah, but you also like
Delicious.
You got to stay home for a bit afterwards. You know what I mean?
What are you
You know
talking?
what I mean? That's a lot of lentils, is what I'm saying.
How many lentils are you eating?
800 grams.
I actually made the most beautiful tomato lentil stew the other night. It was so good. We went for a 15-mile hike in Oxfordshire, and then we came home, and I made a lentil stew, like a tomato base, and then we did fried halloumi and roasted tomatoes on top, and it was so good.
Were you wearing a Barber jacket, and did you have a lovely cup for
I
your
actually
men?
left my Barber wellies at home, sadly.
Shut the fuck up.
Which was a mistake. It was a mistake, but I wore my army trousers. I have the little ankle ones. I shouldn't have them, but I bought them during lockdown when I was like, walking is my whole life now, because I was living alone.
No, I get it. As your friend, can I ask something?
Yeah.
Are you moving to the countryside soon?
No, but is it like
I feel like I'm losing you a little bit.
No. Okay, sorry. I've become really in depth. I've
It's all
spent
the
too much
pulses
time
and
in the
things.
nature. No, I do get it. What I'll tell you is, I think what is happening is.
Oh my God, you're going to Hereford.
No, just listen to me.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
No, I'm not
Hereford.
moving to the countryside, though I would love to live by the sea, but I'm not. It's just that I have. Can you just listen to me? I love my housemates, but I have ultimately I've been for a year and a half living with other people, and what's happened of late is that I've spent some time in the countryside alone, and I've sort of increasingly acknowledged that I don't really love to be around people as much as everybody else seems to. And yeah, for a moment I was like, fuck, I love being outside. But obviously, if there are actually no shops, no delis, no friends, in that order, and I do mean in that order, no cinemas, I would
love that
eventually
I come
be.
behind cheese.
You want me to live off cheddar for my whole freaking life? Anyway, my point is, I don't know why Ellen won't let me.
I feel like we can't move countryside either because I know you know this from me personally, but we haven't said it on the podcast. A golden rule about nature in the countryside is it's lovely and it's all great up until dusk.
Yes. Oh my
'Cause
god. I
after
really. Yes.
dusk,
Oh my god.
You don't want to be there
We
anymore.
are such outdoor guys until 6:30, and then it's like, oh my god, what was that sound? I don't like it.
Every sound. Suddenly flowers look like little deaths.
Yeah, we were
wandering
having
around.
a gorgeous time
Foxgloves.
looking at the bluebells. Now we're being killed.
There we go. Yeah, the sounds are terrifying. I swear
Horrifying.
to God, there's always something falling from the sky.
We're twitchers.
What?
We love birds, and then suddenly it's like, whoo, and you're like, here it comes, evil.
I don't want to suddenly feel a gust of wind and then there'd be no wind immediately after that. That don't make no sense.
What's that about?
It's a bird's wing too close to me or a bat. 100%. Don't want it.
I don't like it.
I want nature
Where are
to
the street
cease to
lights?
exist.
Where are the street lights? Where are the street lights?
That is a tragedy of this day and age.
I agree.
Is in the countryside of Britain. You know what? I don't fucking care.
Where are the footpaths? Where are the footpaths?
No
And
footpaths. No lampposts. You got to take out your own head torches.
What?
Happens if that goes out of battery. Also,
don't
best
have a
case
head
scenario,
torch.
you spot the deadly animal before you greet it. But have you ever swung your head torch and clocked eyes with a badger?
I've
And
never
they're-
had a head
I
torch.
haven't.
Badgers
but
aren't deadly, are they?
Apparently they are.
I don't think I do like the countryside anymore, actually.
No, it's in day and day. It's charming.
It is charming in the day. God,
At
I love
night,
it. I love it.
the wild
Also,
things come out.
So fun to accidentally go into a puddle in the daytime. You're like, that'll dry off because it's sunny. Go into a puddle at night. What was it? What was it?
Also, is it a puzzle? Is there what they called? Bog. Remember bogs? They were a massive killer in the
Do
90s.
you remember bogs?
Bogs.
What do you mean killer in the 90s?
Have you heard about them recently? No.
In what way were they killers in the 90s?
I remember growing up, I was scared of bogs.
Does that mean they killed people, or just that you were kind of an odd child?
No, I wasn't an odd child. I really fit in.
Where?
Everywhere. I was a friend of all. Popular everywhere I went. Loved. No, that was nasty laugh. You did nasty back and throw laugh.
What have you been up to? Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. Wow, this hot chocolate is just hit, man. I forgot to tell you, you're gonna die.
Okay, let's do it naked. Take your top off. Take your top off.
You're gonna die. I'm listening to
Let's
it.
call the Prime Minister.
Listen to this. We should call the Prime Minister. Everyone needs to know this. In fact, this genuinely should be on the news. I'm listening to a new podcast.
I did not want. It's called Serial. Heard of it?
You know I've listened to every recent
No, I
podcast.
understand.
Fuck
I
you,
understand.
man.
I
In fact, the
understand.
reason I found this podcast is because I was trolling through top podcasts in the world, the top 100, because I have listened to every fucking podcast out there that could possibly pertain to me. So then I'm trolling through. Number 4 in the UK charts, number 4 in the Irish charts. I'm thinking, I haven't heard this. How could I not have heard this? What is this? It's called The Telepathy Tapes. Have you listened?
No.
Helen! Oh my God, okay. There are a group of people who believe that non-speaking autistic people
Yeah.
can read minds.
I believe that.
Wait for it.
I believe it.
There are a series of credentialed scientists who have peer-reviewed articles on this very topic. And this documentary maker goes and speaks to families, teachers, therapists, experts, scientists on this very matter, and indeed the people who are involved. And they do a series of tests where, say, for example, a parent looks at a card with a number on it,
Yeah.
maybe a 3 or 4 digit number, and where they cannot see the card in a very controlled test, the child types out the number. They don't get 20% right or 50% right or 90% right. They just don't miss. It's 100%
Shut the fuck
of
up.
the time. The weird thing about this podcast, aside from the whole ESPN quality of it, is A, how plausible it makes you think that it is. B, how much like your skeptical brain is like, there has to be a hoax here. Obviously this is ridiculous. How they contend this sort of like materialist principle of current scientific practice, which is that you have to see something in order to be able to believe something, rather than like consciousness being something outside of the body.
Yeah.
All fascinating. And then you just get the odd one or two who's like, and they can say spirits and all. And you're like, what? No, huh? Wait, what? Rewind. Wait, yeah. And so it's fascinating, but it is more than any, I'm a very like skeptical person. I am not one for, but you know, like they make some really interesting arguments about how, like, obviously like gravitational pull exists. We can't see it, but we do know that it's there.
Well, maybe.
We believe it.
We don't know for sure.
No, we don't, but like,
Gravity might or might
it's
not
very
exist.
compelling listening, and I say that as a person who, when I turned it on, I was like, what the fuck is this? And Ellen was like, what the fuck is this? And then we were like, oh my god, this is fascinating. And it also has massive problems, but also it's very compelling and interesting. And yeah,
Is it new? I've never heard of it.
it's
You're
newish.
so... Hey, I'm not going to download it right now, but I will listen to
I
it.
really need everyone to have listened to it, because I need to talk about it. I have no one to talk to about it. I mean, I guess I could like tap into, because apparently there's a place you can go, like a wavelength you can go to and speak to people who aren't, you know, able to do it. But I'm not telepathic yet, because we know, because Ellen and I tried.
You tried to guess numbers.
There has to be like 8 million people listening to this podcast who then get into bed with their partner and are like, I'm gonna beam a word at you, try to get the word. I was like,
Wait, do you want to try it with me?
no, okay, well, we could try it, but
I've known you longer than you've known Ellen.
that's true. But I was like, she's so optimistic. I was like, is a penguin? She's like, no, it's purple, but they still both start with P. And I was like, no.
So do
okay.
you have to like say like 4 numbers? Is that what it is?
No, I'm gonna think one word.
You're going to think one word.
I'm gonna think one word, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Any word.
Just one word, and you're just gonna receive it.
Okay.
But you gotta be open.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Wait, are you open though to give? Because I'm open to receive.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah, go.
Now I'm gonna get my word. Okay, I got it.
Forest.
Leaf.
Shut the fuck up.
Leaf. It was leaf. Oh, we should have
Shut
written
the
it
fuck
down.
up.
We should have written it down. Guys, what kind
do
of
you do
control
one more?
testers are
Do you
you?
want to do one more?
He's not a scientist.
Okay, you write your word down and send it to me.
Okay.
No, actually, yeah, we'll do it. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so excited because I've got no idea still.
Okay, ready? Okay, I'm sending it.
Water.
Giraffe.
Motherfucker! Giraffes
They're
drink
probably
water.
70% water.
Wait, can I send you one?
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, can I have penny, please?
Yeah, okay.
Fantastic podcasting.
This isn't what that podcast is like, though, because they can do it.
That is it. Yeah. Although,
It seems.
if you guess the same word, if you guess giraffe, write in. Maybe you're on the same telepathic wavelength as
But they would
Catherine.
be
Don't
writing
write in.
right now.
Don't write in. Just
They'd be writing
just
in
let
now.
me know.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah. Annoyingly, Ellen now, when she's like, I want to listen to the next episode without you. So she texts me when she was out to be like, I'm going to listen to this. And I didn't answer. So she sent a follow-up text that was like, anyway, I'm also sending this to you in your mind. So even if you haven't seen this, I think it's okay that I listen to it. And I was like, no.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, let me open. Okay, hang on.
Scent.
Door.
Devil.
Close enough.
I think so. Okay,
Why
that
are you
was...
sending me the devil.
Because I thought you looked fashionable, and I thought about Devil Wears Prada, and then I was going to say Meryl Streep, and I thought I don't know if we're allowed to have names, so I went for Devil.
Anyway, telepathy tapes.
Oh
Check
my
it
God.
out. Very spooky, very strange, very interesting. But then you also get some random guy he's a scientist who studied at Cambridge and Harvard, but also he has this theory about telepathy that it happens more between animals, and specifically between animals and their owners. And he has this book about how dogs often know that their owners are coming home. Aww. And they study this, but his book is called Dogs Who Know Their Owners Are Coming Home. Which I think,
Which is a wonderful title. Why the fuck are you all laughing at that?
I think undermines one sort of esoteric credibility. But hey, and Ellen's very concerned. We keep trying to listen to it, but she keeps being like, what are the capitalist implications of the thoughts just roaming around? Are they just like going to be taken and sold to
General
adults?
consciousness.
Yeah, so she's very concerned about that. And I'm like, and she says something about philosophy having already abounded lots of arguments. Oh no, something about
Google Socrates again.
No.
Was that the extra?
She said something Cambridgey, and I was like, they can really do it. But it was, but maybe they can't. Who knows?
Which
Anyway,
animals are best at mind reading?
dogs apparently.
Really?
Can I suggest a pet communication podcast that is genuinely real and like actually based
This is
in
real
true-
as well, Andrew.
Sorry, yes, that's also real.
Devil,
it's actually-
door devil.
It's The Illusionist, which is the linguistic podcast by Helen Zaltzman, which is very good. And the last two episodes are called Lexicat, and it's about pets that communicate with buttons. You know, they have like...
Yes, I've seen these on
Yeah.
Instagram.
They're really... It's very impressive. It's very cool. And the cats can be very sarcastic and mean about people.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really cool.
Obsessed with that, but are we projecting? And also...
No, I've had cats like hurt me before.
And
just
also,
by
if you
looking at me
are
wrong.
listening to the telepathy tapes, then they talk a lot about the thing called spelling, which is a way people communicate, which is spelling out words on a letter pad, I think. But there's loads of like documentaries and writing about whether or not that is actually all quite susceptible to influence. So
Yeah,
watch those.
I've seen this. Not maybe that documentary, but I've seen a documentary
about the woman
that.
who's married to the
Yeah.
oh wow,
100%.
so
But it's like,
upsetting.
are you sort of like forcing the hand in any way?
Yeah, very upsetting.
Interesting. I'd be awful at that.
But then some of them
spelling
aren't
thing.
being
I can't
assisted at all,
spell.
so
So tricky, isn't it? To spell?
oh, it's fascinating.
We did a crossword over Christmas, and everyone was like shouting out
That's
the
your
answers,
takeaway?
but I didn't know the spellings to the answers. Yeah, mad, isn't it?
I'm
Guess what?
actually very good at seeing words as the number of letters that they are.
Some people can do that really well, but like I have to take a minute to spell
Yeah.
things out.
I can see them as the number they are more quickly than I can. Yeah.
Insane, isn't it? How like different brains can
Brains
just
work
like do
differently.
different things.
I wonder if somebody will make a podcast about me.
About the girl who can spell.
A girl who's
I think it's that good of a podcast.
No, I was going to say the girl who's okay at crosswords.
I can see
in
around
one
corners, and
specific
you're
way.
okay at podcast. Yeah. Hi guys.
No, you can't.
I can see around corners.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
see the street. It's crazy.
What have you been up to?
Oh my God, I've been charmed again.
You were perpetually charmed. What a life.
I've
What a
been
world.
re-charmed.
What a time.
I spent £9 on 2 portions of soup, and then me and Alison Spittle went to go and watch Better Man, the Robbie Williams biopic.
With the monkey.
He's a chimpanzee.
Why?
No one knows. They don't tell you. And the whole way through it, you're like, maybe the rest of Take That are primates.
Presumably it's a metaphor for how he was a performing monkey. He felt like one.
Didn't get that actually. But
What is that
yeah,
not like?
that's still quite on the nose metaphor. Yes, did not pick up on that.
Did you not? I just
I just
wondered
wondered whether he didn't want to act in it, so they were like, "We'll just CGI him or something."
What, you think he was like, oh, I'm busy that day?
I think it's easier to CGI a chimpanzee than a person, lest we forget Polar Express.
Controversial take. I don't really believe in CGI. Hear me out. I don't like it, and I don't think anybody should bother with it because, and the reason I don't really want to see that film is because it's CGI. I'm just a bit like,
only the monkey
it's
is
just
CGI.
embarrassing. Don't you find it embarrassing? No, listen to me though. What CGI do you watch 10 years later and ever think looks good? None. It's like the low-rise genes of filmmaking to me.
Titanic
it's like
sinking
you're
in the
gonna
19
regret
no.
this. You will regret this.
Titanic
Don't do
sinking
it.
still
there
blows
will be
my mind.
teenagers in 15 years going, I can't believe people believed this. Like, just don't.
So you don't believe in it as a concept?
I just think it's always going to age terribly really quickly. Do you know what I mean?
But he sings angels.
Is that CGI related?
He's CGI'd as a chimpanzee.
Is it not really distracting and silly?
I got goosebumps, Catherine. I was going to cry, and then I stopped crying by going like, don't be the girl that cries during Robbie Williams' biopic where he's a
Why?
chimpanzee. Do you know, I just got self-conscious all of a sudden, being like, don't cry.
Oh, how loudly were you crying?
It would have been a gulp.
So should I watch it?
I loved it.
Okay. I will
I
remain. Listen, if I can stay
loved
open-minded to telepathy, I can stay open-minded to Robbie Williams. I'm not going to rule him out completely. But I don't really like the CGI element. Why can't
He does a dance with Nicole Appleton as
Is she
the
in it?
chimpanzee. No, someone playing Nicole Appleton.
I love her.
And it is incredible. It is possibly the best dance routine I've ever seen. Ever. Isn't
Even
that
more
insane?
than Save the Last Dance.
Not
Well,
seen Save the Last Dance.
That's one of the worst. Really, you're dressed just like her.
Stop!
One of the worst dance routines I've ever seen.
Oh, no.
Notably.
Is that the Julia Stiles one? Yeah,
You've
I've seen a
it
clip
online.
of it online.
It's in the culture. Come on. Helen, we haven't talked about the big news.
What's the big news?
We had a fucking billboard in Leicester Square.
We had a billboard in Leicester Square.
Can you... sorry, just speaking of Robbie Williams reminded me. And the reason... Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen, but we have new artwork. We've upgraded the artwork, which means in the studio, in the photo, it's our real hands.
Go on our Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and look at our pictures, please.
They're no longer CGI, gross, weird CGI hands. They're my hands.
It's real Catherine Bohart hands.
It's our bottom halves.
You can see everything.
There's the tip of a puss in there.
No,
It's
there's
so
not.
exciting. Down there.
Oh, right. Oh,
That's
no.
heading towards mine.
You've got about another 10 inches of tummy before you get to a clit for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say clit.
I'd say we're close
I
to
said
you.
puss, not clit.
Well, the puss begins at the clit, doesn't
Okay,
it?
it's the tip of the vulva. Is
That's what American
we're
Conservatives
wearing
do.
clothes.
No, nothing.
What'd you
Sorry.
say?
No, go on, Andrew.
What'd you
What's
say?
your comment about
Andrew,
women's
Andrew,
bodies?
tell us more about our bodies.
No, I was going to be. It was a joke about conservatives say, "Oh, life begins at conception." I say, "Puss begins at clit." It didn't really work. I pulled out of it. I'll just edit this out in the final episode.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
like that
Don't you dare.
before.
You will not abort this joke. It's staying in. How dare
That
you?
was so cute, the way that you got nervous.
You really panicked, but you
terrible. It's
do
terrible
have to leave it in. You have to leave it in because there's a lot of little gay boys who'll be listening and they need to know that that's the vulva that they can see with my skirts covering. to
You
be clear.
cannot, no, to be clear, you cannot see the vulva in either of these
No,
pictures.
but my hair is curly in it on
You
my
look-
head. Don't be gross.
You look fit as fuck.
So do you.
I
You look so
I
cute.
look fit, but like not quite present.
What? I think you look gorgeous.
Like a little bit like, huh.
Helen, why are you saying that now? We chose these photos. We got them taken. You look beautiful.
I know,
What-
but that's my best look is the, what's happening over there?
Oh, I disagree.
Who is Socrates?
I thought you looked like you're having a good time.
I am having a good time.
Like it's just occurred to you, like, maybe some of those things Catherine says. Ew. I lost the end of my sentence.
That was funny. You fucked up.
Listen, might not be smart, but we look cute.
I love it.
We
I
look
love
so
it.
cute. I'm so happy.
We've got-
Styled by Charlie Clive. Photos taken by Rebecca. Need Manir. We look excellent. So cute. And we had a
finally
billboard
did
in
it.
Leicester
We
Square.
finally did
Of
it.
the things that I was
We got our shit together
we got our shit
and
together.
did a photo
We got our
shoot.
photos taken. I'm so proud of us. Both of us did not want to do it, and we did very well to get it done. But can I say this?
Yes.
So early in the year to have a billboard. Like it wasn't on my to-do list or my any of my like hopes or dreams or bucket list. And then day 2 of January, Andrew texts and is like, "Do you guys want a billboard? Amazon Music are offering us a billboard." And we were like,
Yeah, I still don't know exactly how that came about. You can tell
I
me
think
off the
they
podcast.
think we are a country music double act.
Did you
And
tell them we were?
y'all, we want to be.
No, it's because, and this is crucial messaging for the longevity of our relationship with Amazon Music, you can listen to this podcast on Amazon Music.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can listen to this
And why
podcast
not?
on
They got us a
Amazon
freaking
Music.
billboard. We love those guys. Amazon Music. Woohoo!
Why do we get more sponsors? It's so weird.
I know. Yeah, we look cute as hell. Anyway, check it out. And I'm thrilled to have my own hands in the studio. Very exciting.
I love it. It's so demure.
Isn't it? It is demure, but it's nice to have my hair curly as well. Feels like myself. I never thought it would get to a stage where I've had my hair curly for long enough that it actually felt more normal to have it curly than to have it straight.
And not an event. Like,
Yeah.
because when you first change something about your appearance, like, I was thinking the other day, like, I think this will be the year that I might need to get reading glasses. Like, it's just ever so slightly happening. Like, when I'm reading in bed, I need the lamp closer. Like,
Why are you waiting to see if this is the year? What do you get an eye test?
no, like, it's not a problem yet, but I'm like, it's going to be soon.
But if you're already couching for it, then maybe you'll make it worse if you don't go get
Oh, yeah.
glasses.
Is it degenerative?
Well, you can strain your eyes by, like, you'll make it worse, I think, if you just don't go get it seen to.
Oh, fuck. Where do I do that? Boots?
Specsavers.
Specsavers. Yeah.
What?
You just go in.
Were you just waiting for someone to be like, you should just get that checked out?
I didn't think about it. I haven't gone for an eye test since,
I haven't had one since I was a kid.
I'd say like 15.
Yeah. Let's
But,
get you some glasses that you need and deserve. Also, oh my God, can I say this? I think
Go
you
on.
look wicked with glasses.
But
I think it'd be really cute.
I think I might look cute, but I think I'll find it hard the first couple of times you get them out. But then I'm thinking no one will see it. So it'll be me alone on trains I read. And I read mainly in bed before I go to sleep.
I think you look really fit with glasses.
But I can't stand the people commenting on a new thing. That makes me nervous.
You just don't like to be perceived ever, and I totally understand. Same. But may I come with you when you go to choose them?
Really?
Yeah, I just think you look so fit with glasses. And you need someone who would like that.
But that means you'll be looking at me, picking glasses.
But I'd also be honest with you, like, yes or no.
Okay.
I do think that's the kind of thing where I think it's quite stressful if you're alone picking glasses. Have you ever bought sunglasses alone?
Every time.
Oh, I find it deeply stressful.
Every time.
I'm like, how can I know what if I've lost my mind?
I know how to do sunglasses because I saw it in a film. Maybe it was Amanda Bynes' film once.
Go
and
on.
You do the same shape as your head. Or is it the opposite shape of your head?
I thought it was the opposite.
Maybe it's the opposite. So if you've got like a long, you don't have long. Or
Yeah.
like round and stuff like that. I thinky.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, you're meant to be like complimentary, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, you're extenuating the feature.
Extenuating.
That's not the word. Extenuating.
Extenuating circumstances.
I'll edit this out as well. Don't worry.
Don't you
It's gonna be
dare!
an episode with no Andrew
We're
in it.
keeping in my mistakes. We're keeping in yours.
Hey, say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious backwards.
Oh, no.
I think that would be so hot. Is all I'm saying.
I feel it coming.
I feel like blondes with big boobs who have glasses is like definitely a thing that people are excited about.
Seriously?
Yeah. And then you just have to like hold a pencil and everyone dies. I think that's a fact.
Tell you what.
That's the thing I learned in the 90s that I know to be true.
Stop it.
No, that is true. Straight up. And
Do you feel your eyes going ever?
No.
No, that's good.
Ellen thinks that I have terrible eyesight, but I think she just says that she's always like, you should get your ears checked, you should get your eyes checked, you should get your knee checked. Blah 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 blah. But
it's
like,
gonna happen.
I there's a point where you're like, my love, if I got everything checked all the time, I'd constantly be at the doctor's, and it's like,
yeah, no one, no.
So no, I think I'm fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get glasses then. I'm gonna go to.
I would like to go for an eye test with you. Maybe we could do the eye test.
Maybe we
together.
should just get it done.
Should we get like a group and ears?
Yeah, we could do eyes and ears at Boots.
Is that
Boots
a thing?
Opticians Boots here.
Andrew,
in
could you
the
book
centre.
us in?
Yes,
Andrew, could you book that for us? Actually,
which boots do you want, my love?
Central London, Piccadilly Circus.
No, we could take the one near.
Because then we can go to the Hard Rock
What about
Cafe
near
after.
Oh, what about near the
Okay.
office? Near here, the one up the road. Do they do them?
No, they don't. That's too small. They won't do an opticians in that
They've
one.
got a winter glasses offer.
What's a winter
Do
glass?
you have to pay to get your eyes and ears tested?
No, you have a Boots free eye test.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. Is that where they do the puff of air in each eye?
I'm not an optician.
What is that?
Andrew!
What? Why?
Why do you not know what I need
Are
you
we
to
having
know?
a weird day?
And once again, we are not sponsored by Boots, but
Oh,
we
but
love
we
them.
love them
We
so
love
much.
Boots.
Oh my god! And also in that bag that they gave us, thank you for sending us that bag, by the way. They sent
Oh
us
my
a
God,
Gucci
yes.
perfume, and
They sent you a Gucci perfume.
what did you get?
I cannot remember.
No, you can.
It's a perfume in the shape of a high-heeled pink shoe.
It's Carolina
That might be
Herrera.
right. If that's right, that is the most
That's gorgeous.
incredible perfume bottle knowledge.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Stunning.
That's still incredible memory because that was like 10 years ago. Good for you.
Well, it was
10
honestly
years.
like 10 weeks ago.
yeah,
but
like 10
the-
weeks
the
ago. But like, either
Gucci
way,
one-
fucking brilliant. That's brilliant from a woman as well.
I
Incredible.
think mine's called Guilty or something.
Is it
Gucci.
good?
It is good on me, but it is incredible on Ellen. Do you know how some perfumes just suit people's skin?
Yeah.
She smells divine. So shout out to Boots. Thank you so much.
There's a boy at my school, Lynx Africa. I just landed on him just like
I know what you mean though. I really do.
Insane.
Lynx is
Insane.
disgusting, and then on the odd one person you'll be like, wow, and then you'll be like, fuck, it's a 17-year-old.
And then,
No, I don't do that.
Why would you snort that?
that's not snorting, that's my growl.
That's
They're
worse.
so close.
It's when you go,
Why are they so related?
Oh,
Yikes.
it's quite sexy.
it's very
I
primal.
don't
Imagine
like
me
it.
on all fours crawling up the bed. Ready? Ready?
No, because I know you're coming from my asshole, even though it doesn't make
No,
any
I'm
sense.
never aiming for the ass. I don't want the ass.
I don't
it's just
like
incidental.
it. I don't want it.
I'm never
Incidental.
aiming for ass.
No.
But you have to curl yourself round.
I know, but there's only so much you can curl.
You're literally putting your knees in their mouth just so you can get to their ass.
No.
Yes, you are. And you're
I'm
going, "Oh,
not.
God."
No, I'm not. You know what? Fuck it. Let's bring on our guest. And before she arrives, we're doing some image work.
Image work.
We're doing some image work.
Oh,
We're
you're not
drawing.
drawing it. You have to do it to scale then.
Can I ask a question about the 69?
What are you doing to foot ratio
Is the
here?
the O part of the 6 and the 9? That's heady.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the end of it, what are you thinking?
Genitals.
Feet or genitals, exactly. So think about how long the curve can be for someone tall compared to someone shorter.
It's not over and around to the ass.
It's not
just
meant.
not.
Meant.
It's not.
Meant is the word. It's not meant to be over and
No,
around to the
it's
ass.
not possible.
It incidentally
No, it's
can
not.
get
You
over
have
and
to
around
go
to the ass.
through their
Stop
thighs.
screaming in my face. Ah.
Helen, please welcome to the podcast the incredible. She deserves a better intro than this, but this is what she's getting. The incredible
Stevie Martin. I've never done this before, that contacted someone because I thought they died, but I woke up and I was
Stevie,
like,
welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. We've
I'm
started.
not joking.
We had, however, begun a conversation, so let's just get it on the podcast.
I was just like, I had a dream and it was like really vivid but not lucid, even though I am still trying to
understand
train myself
dreams,
to
thank
lucid.
you.
I'm still trying to train myself to lucid dream. Not yet, but hopefully
I can
this
do
year.
I can do it.
Did you do it by testing yourself throughout the day and checking if you were awake or not? No. What method did you use?
This meditation thing I found on YouTube.
Shut the fuck up. Send me
Yeah,
linky.
yeah.
Excuse me, sir, what are you talking about?
So I
Lucid
can
dreaming.
control my dreams. So when I'm in the dream, I'm like, it's a dream, and I can now make myself fly.
Fly!
Yeah, when I want to, out of scary situations.
Do you mean like hallucinate?
No.
So in the dream, so I'm in the dream. So like I'm dreaming normally. And in the old days, I'd have a nightmare, and I'd be like, oh no, well I'm trapped, or I wouldn't know it was a nightmare because you're so in. And now I'm like, I'm in a dream, so I can make myself float like I'm a magic wizard.
You can train yourself
out of
to
the
know
horror.
it. Yeah.
So you know, and, then
And you wake
don't
up rested?
No. Also, terrible sleeper.
Right,
Yeah, awful.
right.
But there was a lot of like deep visualizations I did while going to sleep that allowed me to essentially become magical. That was the crucial thing.
I only know a
Please,
couple of
Have
people
you
that
listened to the
talk.
podcast? Telepathy tapes.
No,
Enjoy.
I thought you meant this one. I was like, yeah.
No.
When did you talk about this? What have I said?
Imagine. No, but sorry, you recently dreamt.
But I
what?
want to learn how to lucid dream
That's
as well.
like a separate
It
thing.
really
That'll
is,
take
and
a
you
while.
can understand why I was confused by the tangent. But if I may, you had a dream about.
So I had a
Yes.
dream, and it was someone who I used to know and like completely love. She came out and she wanted to see me, and everyone was like, she wants to see you, and I was like, oh my god, who is it? And I was just like standing there, and then she came out and just gave me the biggest hug, and like I was like not aware I was dreaming, but it was very emotional, very powerful. And I don't usually have those dreams. I've only got a couple of standout dreams en general, and I was like, holy shit. So I woke up and I was like, well, she's dead. First thought immediately, like that was too beautiful of a goodbye.
Be my first thought.
But it definitely wasn't a "What's up?" You know.
The thing
Okay.
you need to remember about Helen is that at all times she believes she lives in a film where everyone is watching her. Like she thinks she's in the Truman Show.
Okay, yeah.
And so
Tell me I'm not.
of
There's
course-
4 cameras on me right
So
now.
I mean,
of course
yeah.
any dream would be like a plot twist.
Yeah, okay, sure.
It felt very goodbye.
Okay.
Okay, so
It
then,
did. The hug felt final. I
And so you
swear down.
contacted this woman
So I went on Facebook and I was like, oh my god, she hasn't posted in like 6 years.
because it's Facebook.
Oh
No
my
one's
God, oh my
posted
God, oh my
in 6
God.
years.
But like no one had done like a trippy post. And like I googled and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, am I like, has she like just died last night?
Did
And
you
no
message
one-
saying?
So I didn't
Are
message
you-
saying, are you dead? I nearly did, and I was like, that's so awful. You
Yeah, you
cannot
can't. No,
ask
you
someone if they're
can't.
dead.
But you can
mustn't.
say, hey, how alive are you on a scale of 1 to
Should have
10?
done that.
Yeah.
Should have messaged you
Always
first.
positive. Always positive.
you could be like, how's life?
and do you have it?
Yeah, still around? Hey, girl,
I said,
hey.
and I was like, hey, did I go for a drink? I know it's been like years, but I'd love to see you. And she popped back 2 hours later being like, yeah, that'd be great. I've always wondered like what's happened with you and what's up with you. And I was like, oh my God, amazing. And then we met up and it was fucking lush.
That's so cute. And
'Cause
she's alive?
Thriving.
We love to hear it. We love to hear
Alive,
it.
thriving. Not living too far from me either, which is
That's
crazy.
so
Good.
special. I feel like we didn't give quite an important context to the podcast. I guess it's only relevant if you're me and it's entirely in your eye line. But Stevie has brought her dog.
Yes.
Yes.
And I just wanted to mention that in case you see Stevie's hand going what seems to be
Yes.
like towards my legs.
This
for
is
the
what I
entire-
do.
And then rubbing. That's not my knee, that's her dog.
Just staring at your knee like this.
That's what you need to know.
Her head
Well,
keeps coming up, and then she just sort of started waving her paw before, like she was waving at me.
That's so sweet. So,
So-
you guys have been to the vet today.
Us guys, we've been to the vet. Yeah.
How was it?
You both all
Been to the
good, yeah?
I'm fine. She's also fine. She was told today that she's now officially an acceptable weight.
The
Yeah.
thing is, my reaction's not rational because I'm sure that like a vet knows what they're talking about or whatever, but I'm so like trigger happy on that kind of stuff. I'm like, how fucking dare you?
Yeah, I wasn't like happy, but it was better than when they said she was too fat.
But how can
This
a
is
dog
the-
be too fat? It's so
No.
cute.
You've got to feel their ribs a little bit, apparently.
That's toxic.
I think so.
That is sorry. That's not a good explanation. That
No.
just makes me be like, okay, so she went to an all girls school. Like, who is this vet?
I know I should probably be the body positive one as the fat member of the table, but part of me is like,
You don't have
how
to be.
fat? That is like, when she's now an acceptable weight, it's like, how big was she before? Like,
Not big. She's
no,
tiny.
but I'm like, how big was she?
Yeah,
Do
she
you have
was
pictures?
like this. Like here. She was taller as well.
People thought she was a seal.
Yeah, she was quite. Did
Did
when
she have
I
a bad breakup?
Yeah, no, she well, actually she broke one of her toes. And really bad, and then she couldn't move. Like we had to like lift her to go to the toilet, lift her to, and then she was drugged out for like 3 months. And so but she also wanted to eat a lot, and we wanted to give her loads of treats, obviously. And so
Yeah.
she did develop a wider torso than it is long. And then she got shaved, and her head was so small, and her body just kept going out, and it wasn't like it was like okay. Yeah, but now, but she looked beautiful. She looked beautiful, but she looked like an elephant seal. She did.
Wow.
We love because
And is her toe healed?
Toe is totally healed. I think it's actually been removed, so in a way, fully healed.
So
the full
or
heel.
not at all healed.
Well, it's wherever it is, it's doing well.
Wow, that was such a positive attitude. That was like, so in a way, fully healed. I was like, or completely gone. It's entirely
it is
gone.
gone.
and
It
dead.
is gone. Yeah, no, it is gone.
But wait, has she taken back to walking well, or is she like, I'm completely out of the habit?
No, she's great.
Okay,
She's great.
great.
She's
And
great.
not to be toxic, but like, how did she lose the weight? I think all of our listeners would love to know at home. Pilates, Zempic.
My
Was it Zempic?
pal.
Because some people do it on Hello Fresh, and I say good for them. Good for them. As long as you're
What
in
is it,
Mondays
though?
at 2.
How did you? She's come over to she actually maybe
She
wants
wants
to,
to
in her
answer
own words.
the
In her own words.
No,
she
but
wants
seriously,
to
what's
speak.
her secret? Stop
Okay,
holding
so
out on us.
her secret is so every other day, don't eat like a bar this big that is pure fat butter. That it
Right.
there's this dog treat called a yak bar, and it's yak milk, and I was like, wow, yak milk's
Wait,
fine.
like from an actual yak?
yeah.
Ooh, what does it taste like?
Follow-up
I've not
question,
tried
what's
it.
a
really?
yak?
No. What?
Can I follow up with what's a yak?
Yes, I don't know.
I can do it.
But their bars are delicious.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
For a dog.
Right.
And so it's like this chew thick.
Big cow, big
Are you
bones.
okay?
Big horns.
Thank you.
I'll just check.
You've got to use your words.
I could see things in my periph and I didn't know what was going on.
Just really waving my arms around.
You've
Yak.
genuinely got to use your words.
Oh, yeah, like a moose.
Not a moose. It's a yak.
Okay, I'll Google it later.
I want to Google it.
Andrew.
It's
I'll also be
a
Googling elephant seals.
domesticated wild ox with shaggy hair.
Domesticated.
Wild ox.
You could
Yeah.
have it in your house, I imagine.
Lush.
Okay, I'm with no. Well, okay.
You're
So
right, domesticated means in your house.
Is it in your
please.
house? In my house.
No, but like
I don't
cows and
think-
pigs are domesticated.
I think
Are
it's like an animal
they?
that's farmed rather than yeah.
Oh, that's, well, yeah, farmed for the bar that I
Yeah, for your
give my
delicious
dog.
Yeah. When you were apparently fattening it up on purpose.
Well, no, because she got a lot of allergies, so she couldn't have any fun things. So these things are like really expensive, they're like £12. And
Sorry, you sound like the mother of such a prissy child to be like, she's got a weight issue and she's got a lot of allergies
does
and
have
she's
allergies.
lost a toe, but she's thriving. In many ways, it's fully healed. Some people would say that's even fully healed to not have it anymore.
fair, she was shitting everywhere. And also as well, I don't really identify as a dog mother.
Okay.
I sort of identify
Correct.
as like a dog friend. So she's like my pal who lives in the house with me.
That's nice.
That is
just
such
if
a
we're
cop
okay.
out as a mum. I actually don't see
What
her as a
mums
mum.
do
I see her
that?
as a- Have you not met those
Have
mums
you
who are
not
like,
met
I'm
those
her
moms
best
who are like,
friend?
we're kind of friends in a way? I
Yeah,
think of
okay,
us more as friends, and you're like, sweet Jesus, you need to
We wear
monitor that
matching
child.
juicy tracksuits. It's like,
Yeah, but good for you. You're a cool mom.
I couldn't have won here. There's no way.
No,
of
you're
me
right. It
winning.
was a trap. I'm
It
sorry.
was a trap.
But no, I do respect not thinking of yourself as the mother of your dog. Well
it's just
done.
I think a bit, it's a bit much.
It's grim.
for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, she was just eating. I think don't eat like butter every night. And then you might lose weight.
not a whole bar.
Like as in you can eat butter whenever you
Yeah.
like, but just not like that.
But
amount.
also, if you are eating a lot of butter every other day, notably like an entire block, and you stopped, you probably would lose weight. That checks out.
yeah.
That feels like cheating because I'm not already eating a bar of butter every second day.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, none of us are.
No.
Mental.
Yeah, that would be disgusting as well.
Fucking mad, wouldn't it?
Off the
Helen?
wall.
Would it? It's hard to read
Helen.
the room sometimes.
No, that would be
It's only
crazy.
because I ate 500 grams of beef by accident 2 weeks ago. So
Did
I'm just in a bit of a
you?
bad
In
place
one
at the moment.
sitting?
Yeah, accidentally.
God,
I thought it was one portion. I got a bit confused.
It's quite hard.
I'm
that
okay.
stuff.
Yeah, physically it was tough.
I had 300 grams of dried apricots and had to go to A&E.
Sorry, what?
yeah.
Why?
Because those expand, Stevie.
That's it. So yeah, that's it. So
What?
they expand in your stomach. And when you have water as well, they then are even plumper and they go bigger to, I'd say, arguably bigger than the original. Yes, the original size.
Please, could you paint us the scene?
I was sort of like at a right angle to myself. And
Yeah.
I told the woman behind I have a bit about it in my show, so I don't want to like launch into a stand-up
It's a wonderful
bit.
show. I've seen it.
must
Stand-up
but you
bit.
can if you like. Well, you've given the preface now. It's fine.
All right, how are we doing? No, I won't. But also the guy that had to take me to A&E was someone I fancied
Had
at
you
the
just
time.
eaten them alone at home?
No, I was in a pub. It was like pre-Googling times. So
Right.
he'd said, oh, dried fruit, like it rehydrates in the stomach. As you said,
Yeah.
quick as a flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd said, oh, I quite fancy a dried apricot. Of course, it was 10 p.m.
Sure.
And he'd been
And you're
like,
quirky and all of the other girls.
genuinely, I was like, I'm a kook. I fancy a dried apricot. Will you have sex with me? He didn't, ever.
I would have had sex with you. I would have been so impressed by the guy who's having a dried apricot in the pub. I'd be like, she's
One
mad.
maybe if I had it in my bag, but then it was like, oh no. So then, and then he was like, oh, they expand. But
But wait, who provided them?
I then was like, they can't expand. And then I went and bought them in the shop next door and was like, watch me, come on. So I ate all, and I was like, that's about a portion, but it was the bag. And he was like, that's not a portion. And then I drank like a pitcher of water.
You would.
I was like, oh yeah, no, I do feel not good. And then I was like, haha. And then I was trying to like really work through it.
Oh
and then,
my God.
and then the pain was
Oh my God.
overwhelming. And also I was like, I'm going to.
Shit
I
myself.
don't know. And then I went to A&E, and then when I told the woman, she laughed hysterically, and then I was sort of laughing as well. And then I broke wind for like 30 seconds.
30.
Continuously, incredibly loudly. And then I felt absolutely fine, and I just went home. That's, yeah. Some advice, isn't it? Some advice for people.
Yeah. Well, listen. When I started going out with my girlfriend, initially I couldn't go to the toilet in her house because I was like, her toilet was right beside the head of her bed.
Oh my
And I was like,
God.
this is a crime. This is a
Yeah.
crime. I can't do it. But she lived an hour and 10 minutes from my home, so I spent a lot of time not going to the toilet and ended up in A&E. If that makes you feel any better.
That does really make me
Yeah.
feel a lot
And
better.
I've never done anything like that.
You've
What
never
about
been to
that
the
time that you
toilet.
vomited and farted?
Famously.
What about the time you're having that sex that guy and then you had to stop to puke and then you farted while you were puking and he
The
heard you?
puke was so violent, such a surprise. I didn't know I was gonna fart. That was a whoop. That was a bad.
Do you
night
feel
for me.
better?
Yes, like especially about that one.
I
To be-
find
hey,
that
now
I'm-
she got laid. So
Wow.
you don't really
Not
get to be
after that.
yeah, obviously, but I just mean like
I was in bed and
life.
I had to climb over to vomit, and then I bent over, but I didn't close the doors behind me because I was in such a panic. So he was on the asshole end of the.
And that person had sex with you within what we're talking about, within a fortnight of that?
No,
never
after
again, never
after
again.
In that night?
In the morning, I went, all the best, shook his hand and went, you and I both know
Okay.
that there's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
Let's just
Alright,
all
keep
the best with your
imagining.
future.
Yeah.
And like it was a lovely guy. It was a shame. It was a
It
shame.
was a shame. So when you said that she had sex after that, you did just mean in general.
I meant like
I've had sex since. Well, sort of.
have you?
I don't know. I'm so. You know what? Let's have that wine.
God, that's so funny.
By the way, you were
relationships.
before you got here. We've never met, but you were already my favorite guest because
you.
of all the guests, we're on episode 169,
Oh, no.
Stevie. Of all the guests we've ever had, and we've texted before to say, just let us know your drink order.
I
We'll have it
knew
for
this
you.
was gonna happen.
You're the first person, and God bless you, to have ever said an alcoholic drink.
But it was my fault. It's my fault. I didn't say, do you want a tea or coffee?
It's early evening with
I
record.
love it. I was obsessed. I was like, how has no one else ever said that? And also, God bless Stevie Martin. She's my favorite.
Good
Good
for
for
if
you,
it was
girl.
1 p.m. I wouldn't have done
I
that.
did think about
All
messaging
three.
you.
You'd have said
to be like,
Rose.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
why I'm drinking. I didn't want you to feel lonely.
That's so nice.
I
Also,
love it.
don't ever drink just to
Yeah,
not
I've
make
been
me
sober
feel.
for 10 years.
Oh my!
But I really
That
respect-
vomiting thing happened completely sober.
Actually, no.
No, behave. Oh my God, horrific.
But I
Jesus
have.
Christ.
I think compared to some people, I'm incredibly linked, gas-wise.
Okay,
From
well,
like, I think my mouth to my
well, I am
ass
as well.
is like
100%.
It's one thing. So people say like, oh, my tummy hurts. So like, oh yeah, but I don't vomit. I like have to go to the bathroom. Like I'm like I don't know. 'Cause
I
it's
think
like it
I don't
could
think
be
anyone
any
knows.
direction.
And I think people, especially,
People
don't
know.
want to generalize. Women are much more concerned about revealing that they will shit themselves
are.
because everybody will,
Yeah.
at some point. It's coming for us
When
all.
was the last time?
I actually haven't.
Oh yeah, no, me neither.
I actually haven't.
Apart from the garden by the Oxo Tower by accident.
What?
Do you think we discussed this on the podcast?
Oh,
No,
yes,
no,
you did.
what?
you
We did it in the
Okay.
extras because Catherine
want to.
left. She walked out.
Oh,
You
yeah,
walked
okay.
out.
I will sometimes
Well,
do that. I
yeah.
don't want to hear it.
Bench,
course. Well,
which is
listen
actually
to
good when you
that
think about it.
on
We'll leave
the
it there.
bench.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
Oh,
listen to the
God.
Patreon, of course.
Jesus
Obviously an
Christ.
accident. Obviously an accident.
Jesus
Obviously an accident.
Christ.
Obviously an accident.
Doesn't really matter.
It
Sober
doesn't.
as a judge, though.
It's a terrible
unfortunately.
defense. A
Yeah.
terrible defense.
But I
wild.
never know because
No,
I
I
do
don't
think
either.
because if I gasp sometimes or get shocked, I can fart. Like I fart in shock. We've talked about this on the podcast before.
What? It would just be it shocked.
Do you remember when
I?
I went to
Yeah.
that skiing thing that you're going to?
Oh, and you fell and you farted.
I
'cause you
kept
fell.
tumble tooting. Every time I fell, I found it so frightening because I was close to like the edge or like fall off a mountain that the shock of falling made
like
me
a
toot.
cartoon.
Yeah.
It is a
Like a
tartan-
racy one
Like a,
for some reason.
or like a
Why is it
cartoon
racy?
toddler, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pass wind is how I say it.
That's nice,
So
there.
polite.
When I've had a really good idea, careers-wise.
What, like a light bulb coming on? You're like,
Like, I'm right to the end of my fridge. I've got to just leave the room. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that made me look into it. Sorry, I've leaned to it. That made me look into it because there was a period of time when I wasn't really going very much and I was like struggling a little bit. And it turned out it was that I just wasn't, not a lot was happening.
Not creatively.
And when I was like,
fallow
I'm
year.
going to go solo as a performer and then just loads.
wow.
Yeah.
ah,
And I used to like actually be like, oh, I can't, I'm struggling a little bit. I'll write some comedy and that will get it moving. I'm not even joking. I'm talking full bowels.
can I ask a couple of questions?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Horrific.
Yeah,
I'd love to ask some
I
follow-ups.
have
I'm
no
sure you
follow-up
have
questions.
some.
I'd like
I
this
know.
to be over.
Okay,
Sorry.
Okay, 3. Can I have 3?
Depends what they are, I
You
suppose.
can have 2.
You can tell me if I can answer them or not, because the question might lead so
You have
clearly.
to.
to
Okay,
an
if you go
awful-
into a writer's room, do you pick what you eat carefully
That's
before
actually
you
a
enter?
very good question.
Well, it doesn't happen so much now because I'm not as scared of doing comedy.
Okay, let's say we're in the height of it.
Absolutely, I would pick. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're talking like not a lot of veg. You know, I wouldn't be
Bananas to bind.
Yeah, bananas, eggs. I used to eat quite a lot of hard-boiled eggs just to keep myself all high and tight. That's not what the phrase is used for.
No,
But-
it's not. No,
but
gosh.
now I'm using it for that.
You get one
Wowee.
more and then this has to end. That's so
Yeah.
much poo chat early doors.
It is, yeah.
Okay, you've done some improv.
What, you cleared your throat?
Well, I've got 2 questions and I'm panicking about. Okay,
Yeah.
so you've done some improv. If there's a good suggestion from the audience or something exciting happens on stage with an audience member, do you pass wind on stage?
And
No.
by the way,
No.
Helen and I differ on this because she passes
Sorry.
wind on stage and
I've
I don't.
never done that.
Yeah,
I've
me
never actually
neither.
had any action going on
No.
remotely.
Never
Not even even
it would
walking on,
distract
walking
me.
off.
No. Always like in the lead up before. We used to. I was
During the clapping.
on or off.
On or off?
The moment I've finished, I will go to the loo normally.
Okay.
But when I was in a sketch group, all 3 of us, they won't mind me saying this, would just decimate every time in the lead up. And we used to call it, because we needed to sometimes discuss it in front of people who were just the venue people, but to be like, the toilet's okay now, or it's not okay, or can you maybe divert the venue manager from the toilet? So we would call it filing. So we'd be like, we've done quite a lot of filing.
Oh my god.
And that just to keep it okay. But yeah, it got
Not
really.
sweet Tessa.
Tessa's got the most stories, I would say, of the three of us.
It's the least pooey people.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
bowels
that's
are absolute
harrowing.
shredders.
I couldn't fart on stage because I stopped talking. I'm like a toddler. You know,
My
like
dad
you have
does
to stop
that.
to. And
yeah,
then
you know, like when you see
continue.
like a child, when you like, you know, it's like farting or pooping in a nappy because they'll be like, da, da, da. Yeah, I couldn't keep talking.
dad does that.
talk.
There's no world where I could be like, hey, how you doing? What do you do for? I'd be like, what do you do for work? So no.
You've got to work on that because there's no greater joy than talking to someone and being like, well, it's happening and I'm
No,
talking
I
and it
couldn't do
happened.
it. I couldn't
Particularly
do
on
it.
Zoom, to be able
yeah.
to like
Yeah.
talk through a fart on Zoom.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
my friend farted. I'll just say farted, not
Well
past
done.
wind.
No, I
thank
like
you.
past wind.
Kind
I'm
of
sorry.
Past wind on a multiple, you know, that thing where, and it highlights you, and
Yes.
and it went right on, and he was just like, oh, and my point is that, like, yeah, he's got a proper
Oh.
job as well.
I once
Real
got
bad.
highlighted for breathing, so I'm a mouth breather. I don't use my nose. And in the early days of Zoom
Won't.
before we just sort of like had it like all the squares when it was just always automatically doing highlighting, I would just be like
Jesus Christ. It's so loud. It's so loud.
then like Helen is something on in the background, I'm like, no.
The foreground. Absolutely the foreground, thank you. Have you heard about the... Did you fart as well? Have you heard about the mouth taping?
You should try this.
The
You should
mouth
try
taping
this.
thing
Okay.
is a big thing.
What is
Can you
it? I
please?
saw
I
it
don't
on
know.
Instagram while scrolling. Is it where they just like try and suffocate people who struggle with snoring?
Yes.
That's not okay.
so they can breathe. If you've got a problem where you can't breathe through your nose, they
I
don't do
can't.
it.
I just don't know how to use it.
Well, then you need to tape your mouth shut.
But is it a psychological thing, or you literally there's no
What do you mean
nasal passages?
Sorry,
So
what
it's like so close your mouth and breathe. Yes, you can do it. You're not in the use. You're not
It's
used
I
to
don't
it.
get enough air. I've got this bump here. My dad's got it as well, and so there's a couple of there's like quite a few mouth breathers in the family, and it can be fixed, but you need to crack it,
Oh yeah.
and
no, not
they need
like
to
that.
like it's the sinuses that go under here, and it's like quite a.
Don't tape your mouth.
I think it takes you out for a month
Yeah. Don't tape your mouth because
to the point where I'm like, you've got to pick a month to be out for,
Yeah.
and it also would change your aesthetic a bit, which always feels a bit like. Oh, I don't know, nerve-wracking.
I
Yeah.
thought that was just a thing 90s starlets said so they could get a nose job.
That
I didn't know that
is-
was real.
It is a thing that
Some freaks have it,
Wow.
Yeah.
myself included.
Wow.
But like,
Fascinating.
so
You've got
don't
quite a good
tape my
nose
mouth.
as well.
I
Yeah,
quite
I mean, like it's
my
like
you don't wanna
nose.
mess
if you're
with
gonna
it.
draw a nose, it's like a nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't wanna have to
Even
then
though I
mess
do have
with it.
different shaped nostrils, which I think is quite
Everyone
fun.
does.
I think
Everyone
so.
does.
So
I
look-
do too. Everyone does.
Oh, like one's a bit like more
One's
narrow.
a bean and one's a thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everybody does. No one has identical nostrils.
I think
No
I
one.
do.
Let's have a look.
Identical nostrils.
That's brilliant.
Oh my god, sorry.
That's
They're
brilliant.
exactly the same. I take it back.
Yeah,
They
it's
are
quite good,
what?
isn't it? But there's
When did you lose your
always
virginity?
something in it.
The day you turned 16, you're brilliant, girl.
No, sorry, those were exactly the same. What are you talking about?
They're exactly the same.
Mine are so different. I just thought
Let's have a look.
everyone had different, but
I guess not.
Yours are a little bit different like
yeah,
mine.
they
yeah.
are. One's skinnier.
Wow.
I'm
Okay,
like
today.
Piper before and after.
Did you get asked recently to sell your burps online, by the way?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm thank
So it
you
is to
so
all of
much.
us.
all
It is to all of us.
Okay, good. Because I was like, what have I? I've really been on TV, so it's like, what did I do? I must have been.
No,
on
it's
it.
all female
Thank
comics,
God,
I
okay.
think.
You
It's just
gonna
that
do
one
it?
gross guy.
Oh yeah.
So, Catherine said not to, but let me know what you're responding and what your rate is.
I-
I don't
I
want to get undercut.
I tried to once. I got there was a little period of time where I was getting quite a lot of requests to send people used leather jackets that I'd worn. And I was like, no, obviously no. I was like, or there was one that was like, send me a vial of your spit. And then my dad was like, I'll spit in a jar, and he sent it to him. I'm like, he won't know. That would be a bit fun. But then he didn't really reply.
Oh, that's a
but
shame.
then I did engage with one leather jacket person.
Yeah.
And we got to the point of £500 was what he was willing to pay. I was like,
Yes,
this is
you can
pretty
have my
good.
leather jacket.
And then I was like, okay, I'll send it. And then he just stopped messaging us like, oh, you just wanted
fucker.
the excitement of me engaging
Yeah,
with you
yeah,
about your
yeah.
leather jacket.
Fuck,
You're not
fuck,
actually going to
fuck.
wank into my leather jacket, which is incredibly disappointing.
Yeah, That's
It feels like such a good passive income, and I've just learnt the phrase passive income. So it's just I
just
want
using it whenever you
well,
can.
kind of.
And that's very passive income of you, if
It's
I may
like
say.
when you. It kind of is, Catherine.
It would have
It
been
kind of
great.
is.
Yeah.
That's how you use it.
I don't disagree.
Superfluous. Still don't know what it means, but I
Quick
love
question.
saying it.
Superfluous is you don't know what it means. That's fascinating. Here's my question.
Does it mean pointless?
A bit more.
Stevie,
No.
here's my question, my love.
Yes.
We, as you know, do answer listener problems on our podcast.
Oh
Yes.
Do
My
you
boobs
give
are full around my
advice?
top. Hang on a second.
Oh no!
Sorry.
What a shame.
Well, my period and my boobs are bigger than normal, and they come out this way, so
It's
it's like
so
a full
weird
boob
that
thing.
creeps
So it looks like they're
message
going,
you on
hello,
Instagram.
like it's just not.
I get it.
Can you believe creeps message you on Instagram?
Sorry, my boobs are out.
What have I done? What have
so
I done?
is my butt. Okay.
They're a lovely size. Oh, I touched it. They're a lovely size.
Helen.
Good for you. Nice and high.
Nether,
Brilliant.
my darling.
It's the bra. It's incredibly
Yeah, but good
high.
girl. Good girl.
Good
Good
girl.
girl. Good
Identical
girl.
nostrils and 4 boobs.
Beautiful.
Good girl.
What more could we ask for? Except
Nice.
an acceptable weight dog. Now,
Woof woof.
Please, Catherine, give me a question.
thank you, Stevie. Thank you so much. Do you get asked to give your advice often? To give advice often?
No.
No. And insofar as you do, what kind of advice giver would you say you are?
Oh, like panicky?
Panicky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, say more on that.
Well, I'll just sort of be like, what do they want me to say? What
Bless
would be the
you.
best thing? Also, I don't, like, sometimes, I don't have the life experience to give the advice. And then I also don't want to sound like I'm, when you ask someone for advice and then they'll just start talking about their situation, which sometimes can be really helpful. But I don't want to do that either. So
Yes.
I get very like, oh, but I'll be very calm. Hence the red wine. Very calm and on this podcast.
Okay, amazing.
Doesn't sound like I'll be, does it?
No, and the last story you
No.
told about being drunk, you ate way too many dried apricots and had to go to A&E, but I think it's going to be fine.
That was in 2008, okay.
Oh, that was ages
Can
ago.
I just
Actually
sorry,
was ages
quickly-
ago.
So,
After the 30-second fart, just go back to the apricot.
yes.
All good after that, or was it a night overstay?
It wasn't I overstay. I was like, oh, the cramps have gone. And she was like, yes. Yes, of course they have,
Yeah.
because you had a terrible wind.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you'll just be bloated for quite a long time. And then also just, go to the get some Imodium
bless.
to stop any situations occurring. And I just couldn't really do anything for about 24 hours, except from tell everyone what happened.
Of
and,
course. Of course.
Yeah. Is the Imodium the goer or the stopper?
It's a stop.
It's a stopper.
Obviously, it's
Just
the stop. I didn't want to
checking,
keep
just
going.
checking. Because sometimes it's nice to go and just get it done.
Oh,
I
like
guess.
a colonic. Have you had a colonic?
Never,
No,
but
I haven't. I'm
curious.
I don't need it, obviously, because in 2008 I shut everything in my body
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But I quite like the idea of it. Sometimes I really
like-
feel like it would be a nice
Apparently,
feeling.
when you get
Yes.
one, Ross Noble said that when you get one, and I don't want to misquote him, so sorry if this is not what you said, but this is what someone I know said, is that you can ask for the tube to be open or closed, by which I mean you can ask to be able to see through or not see through what's coming out.
Oh,
See through.
Yeah, I'd like to see it as well.
I
I
have to
feel
know.
completely the opposite. I would not want to know, but apparently they do, like, it's like stuff that you ate as a kid, like a doll's shoe and stuff will come out.
Yeah, I need to know.
Oh, if it's a doll's shoe, I want to look.
Yeah, obviously that does make it sound appealing, but I
I
think it's mostly
have
just
to
shit.
know.
Okay, just like a
I think
like a full old man's shoe.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. But like, if it's a tiny little dainty doll's
A
shoe,
size 9 slipper.
granddad's shoe,
tennis ball.
I'd be fascinated with that.
Yeah, no, that would be crazy.
Wow.
Okay, Andrew, do you have a problem for panicky Stevie over here?
I do indeed.
Yay!
This is a problem entitled Total Reset.
Sorry, she doesn't like that
Piper's
one.
excited. Total reset. Let's go.
Yes, from F.
Hi, F.
Hi, F.
Hi, TrustyHogs. I had a draft of this email sat in my inbox for a while, but since I wrote it, I found out this week that my fiance, who I bought a house with and had been planning our wedding for, has been messaging other women. I've immediately removed myself from our home and have cancelled all our wedding plans. I feel like I'm in a total freefall and cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was originally just intending to ask some advice about a career change.
Oh, God.
For the last year, I've been unhappy at work and telling myself it will get better, but somehow it's just got worse.
Yeah.
Specifically, I'm an environment consultant and I thought I'd be working to make a positive impact, but I don't think we're the good guys. So, I want a total restart.
Yeah.
I've never been the most confident person and I'm struggling to identify any actual skills or think that I'm good at anything. I just don't know where to start. Please help. If you can find the funny in any of this, then I'm all ears. How do I go about starting all over again in all aspects?
This is going to be the best year of your life.
What?
I think it's going to be the best year of your life.
Huge
Really?
call.
My life.
No, of F. You're doing
Right,
a
okay.
total restart.
A total restart is very exciting.
I think it's incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
You are letting go of all of this shit and you're starting. It's terrifying.
And,
But the
and
best things happen in
painful because
fear.
you're obviously in agony right now.
Yeah.
Maybe something symbolic would help.
London
like
dungeon?
like going to the London dungeon. No. Like doing one of those things that seem like like kind of lame, but actually like writing down all the things that you want your new life to look like and like burning it while nude on a beach or something.
Visualization.
Yeah, visualization.
Why can't she be wearing pants? Or
Oh,
they be
can
wearing-
be, could
Yeah,
be.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think being naked is incredibly powerful and something
Yeah.
to
That's
definitely
true.
consider as a future career.
I think two things. There's two versions. Obviously, that is dire. I'm sorry work has been shit. And I'm
awful.
so sorry that you've been betrayed by your partner in that way.
Totally.
What I am hearing, though, is one, you're a year into a career. Is it a year in this place? Or is it's been a year of it being bad in this job?
For the last year being unhappy.
You've
yeah.
given it a year, which I think truly is like, it's not going to get better. Sometimes
Yeah.
when people are like, I'm having a tough time for like the last 2 months, you have to kind of be like, well, give it a 6 months. But actually, you've definitely given it enough time. You know that that's not right for you, which is an exciting place to be because you know what you don't want. And you're not going to leave being like, maybe I should have given it more time. That's not an issue you have. Secondly, thank fuck you didn't marry this person.
Oh my God, yeah.
Can you fucking imagine? The ball, like it is so stressful to cancel wedding plans as it is. Imagine if you were actually married. Thank fuck you
Yeah.
found
He
out.
showed his ass.
Yeah, he
and
really
you
did.
and you.
Or they showed their ass. But
They showed their
all
ass and
we
you
care-
believed it.
But thank fuck that you actually did whatever it is you needed to do to find out and trusted yourself. And also, obviously, okay, it's interesting this person's not describing themselves as confident. Sorry, I've jumped in with advice really early
I'm
on.
really enjoying it as a panicking woman.
But I just feel like to describe yourself as not confident is one thing, but your message indicates a lot of self-worth because, and I do think they can be different, but self-worth is, I think, probably more important in this instance because the fact that you removed yourself instantly and were like, okay, I 100% have to get out of this situation and assume yourself capable of changing your life means we're starting in a good place. So they didn't take that from you. So well done for maintaining it.
Yeah, so many people stay or don't, or like have a meltdown and don't realise that they need to change. Yeah, that's a really good point.
People just like they've invested. What's it called? Depreciating assets.
Do you mean the sunk cost fallacy?
Sunk cost fallacy. Close enough, eh? And is that not close?
I didn't realise this was like a business podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
We actually
okay.
pivoted just recently from protein, so
The protein
to
episode was
business.
great last week.
Yeah,
But there's a bravery in going like none of this anymore, and now you can do literally anything. And you're
Yeah.
saying you don't have any skills. Skills are there to be learned and garnered.
But also-
so you can get whatever skill you want.
but also that does feel like a lie. I know that you're not feeling great, but that's a lie. You're an environment consultant. You are a consultant. Consultancy is applicable in lots of industries, and the
Yeah.
environment is a thriving industry. You might not be working in the right place, but there's 100% places that you can go to that will be doing work you care about.
Yes, also that like specific thing, realizing that they're not the good guys is really horrible, but there are good guys. There are like
Yeah.
startups. There are like maybe go more grassroots and more like on the ground.
It might have
than
to be
the
less
corporate
well
sector.
paid, but it would be. There's
Yeah.
definitely possibility for that.
And also imagine you get yourself a cute little rental, like in a little and you're working for something you really believe in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you're
Yeah.
like starting, yeah.
And I think actually the
You
work.
wear hemp.
You
No,
wear,
no,
you
my
wear
God.
hemp.
Burn everything you own as well. If you're starting fresh, you're starting fresh.
Disagree. No
Burn
hemp.
it all.
No hemp.
Close your bank account.
Unless you like hemp, in which case,
No.
no.
Even if you have
like
if you
it.
have hemp, burn the
I
hemp.
think hemp's nice, isn't
Ugh.
it? It's very earthy.
Is this hemp? I don't know what hemp is.
Is it hemp?
Is that hemp? Yes. It's not.
It feels.
That's a hump. Am I right?
I don't know why
Sorry.
I associate hemp with white people who have dreadlocks, but maybe
I know
shouldn't.
why, because they wear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're happy.
Yeah.
God, what would you do if you could start again and start fresh?
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
I had dreadlocks and just
No. The thing that's
I
nice
think it's
about you get yourself a skinny dog, a naturally skinny dog.
She didn't mean it.
Look at her face. She's
I actually
crying
didn't mean
and doing this with her one claw that isn't
Never seen a dog
amputated.
cry before.
No, but if I may, I think that the workplace is the place to start, actually, because I think the beautiful thing about work that you care about is that it's a distraction. And I think probably if you were in work that you cared about in the field of work that you do care about, it would allow you a little bit of perspective. that makes the world feel bigger than right now what must feel like your whole world imploding. I also think, do you have somewhere safe to live, somewhere nice to live? That can be a priority. And then everything else, like the admin of a breakup, can be done at a later stage if you want it to be. You are not on anybody's timeline. Do it when it suits you.
True.
Not on this person's, certainly.
You could get one of those planes. You know, those
What?
one-person planes. And do that fly away home thing. You know, when you get those geese to follow you. I've always thought that'd be such a lovely way to spend a summer.
Yeah. I have seen the film.
Taking geese to the warmer climes in the south.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, that's what she does.
I thought the
Anna
geese
Paquin.
flew back to her.
Fly away home.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
of
1
course.
second.
No, you're right. I mean, I don't think I've seen the film, so I don't know why I'm
Oh,
weighing
it's
in.
brilliant. You must.
Is the environmentalist's first move to get a plane?
Oh, it's only little. It's just for one
Right,
person.
So paper plane.
Anna looks like
You
a
just want to
goose.
fly it at geese.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
What I think. Wow, tiny. I think tiny goals. Break this down into tiny things.
Yeah,
What
I
do
was
you
going
think?
to say I didn't want to say get a fringe because it's not relevant, but also it's quite nice to
have
just
to.
change something about yourself,
Yeah.
just to
A
mark
fringe
the
takes
new.
so.
A
Not if
fringe
you,
is really bad, actually.
can I say
a fringe.
not if you have curly hair?
Yeah, or
But
if you've got
trust
like
me.
different coloured hair like I have, because then when the fringe comes down, it's like the roots are really. So just don't.
Yeah,
Maybe
don't
a different.
Don't get the
so
fringe.
beautiful with the fringe. I loved the fringe. I
If
loved
it
the
worked
curly
out
fringe.
perfectly every 8th day, I might look
I
nice.
thought you looked
You
truly
have to style it a lot, don't you?
stunning.
Oh, it was so much
Yeah.
effort, and it takes
Stunning.
so long to grow out. It didn't work for me.
Okay, so no fringe, but maybe a different hair colour. Maybe
That
like
could be fun.
Nipple piercings.
so many
Catherine
nipple
knows about that,
piercings.
actually.
They're hard to get to heal. Let me say that much.
Hard to get to heal.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
not. A nose. I did a nose piercing.
That's
like when I was
fun.
going through my.
That's fun.
But I'm bringing more like symbolic things. But I think you've done a lot of great practical things. But I think you also have to like not romanticize it because it's not good, but like romanticize it in the eat, pray, love sense. You know,
romanticize taking care of yourself.
Is a bit like, is there so much effort with this? There's like so many flights to Burgers.
Oh yeah, don't go anywhere. No,
How about
just
just
eat
go
some
like
pasta.
mountain mad? How about mountain mad? Go mountain mad.
What's that? Like just go.
Just
to
you and a
mountains?
tent on a mountain, and that's all you got, and then you just go full survivor.
I think that's bad.
Mountain
I
mad?
agree.
No,
No,
mountain
yeah.
mad is
Bad.
charming.
Don't
It's
think-
charming. It's charming.
Yeah,
People
I
love
think
it.
maybe like the next
No.
stage is that, but I think you've
Take some femme fresh. Don't be mental, you know. But
Sure. But I think you've got to have people around you
I
and
agree.
remind yourself as well that you're not
trees.
alone, because
Yeah,
you
I
do have
agree.
friends. You will have friends, and you
Will of
do
the
have. And
wisps.
also, if you change where you work, that's also a whole fresh set of people who didn't know you before
Yes, nice.
with that person.
Nice,
so then
nice,
they're not
nice.
constantly going, your partner. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, we should have
I
one.
agree.
get a job at Lush. They're so nice people that work there.
No.
They're lovely colleagues.
You can
for
just shop there if you're
You'll have a
desperate.
lovely
If you're
night
desperate to be spoken to. Can I
Yeah.
say this? I think that if
Did not
you
work with WH Smiths.
Oh my god, I worked at WH Smith for like 3 years.
I feel like sometimes they've gone a bit unfriendly in there recently.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
yeah,
Did
so
not work
that's
there.
number one piece of advice.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Listen, I was just thinking that if you have cancelled your wedding, there's a considerable chance that you have got two things. One, potentially some money put aside that I think you should take yourself on a gorgeous holiday that you want to go on.
Yes.
Ideally, something that they would never have been up for.
Yeah.
I think really doing something where you're like, I've always wanted to do this, and they were always like eye rolly or didn't want to spend the money or whatever.
Yes.
That's the first thing.
Disney World.
The second is you probably have, okay, I hope she won't mind me saying this. I won't name her, but I will say an incredible, resilient and brilliant friend of mine had a very unfortunately similar circumstance where her wedding was booked, her dress was bought, and she found out the same thing, and a very similar thing. And she had already booked her hen do. And her genius, best person, kept in that weekend and invited all of her friends and had a henny don't.
Oh, this is lovely.
Henny don't. And the theme was, honestly, it was amazing. It was such a vibe. It was
so
like
nice.
It was
Book
such
it
a vibe.
anyway. If you haven't got it, book it.
Because
they should
honestly,
definitely do
you
that.
have
Yeah.
never seen 12 women show up to Hindu actually wanting to be. They are.
Yes.
They are. Like, honestly, they were
We're having fun!
bound by the vengeance.
Yeah!
You want to
On
go
the
out?
beer bike, fucking mowing people.
You want to go to a club? We're going to get you to a club. Like, when you take out a woman with her spurned friends and they are determined to make sure she gets fucking laid on her henny dome, it is a vibe. It was insane. Everyone was done up to the nines. Every photo was like, fuck you, bitch. It was like, it was the best weekend. if I may, I would strongly recommend doing that.
That sounds great. And imagine like you can have like a proper big bonfire and then
Oh,
all
yes,
of your friends
yes.
nude, you know?
Everyone will get
Throwing.
Everyone will get in the sea with you.
Yeah.
You want to do. You can also ask for anything, and everyone's like, "Fucking yes, fine, yes,
Just
yes,
to
yes,
check,
yes."
you think they have to be nude around fire at some
Quite
point
fun.
in the next
It's quite
month?
fun.
Yeah,
I think it's
agree.
quite fun.
That's just
I think it's
twice that
dangerous.
Stevie's brought up naked and fire, and I think
Yeah,
maybe.
it's a real thing for me.
Clearly.
No, I've never done it, and I just really wouldn't want to.
It
So
seems
maybe
ominous.
naked fire at the hen part. We can like
Henny
don't.
don't.
Yeah.
And then I do think the geese thing slightly.
Okay.
No, you've got to stop with this.
I do like the dream holiday thing.
They could watch Fly Away Home because it's quite a wholesome film.
Oh, it's a bit sad sometimes, but yeah, I would watch it.
And also, just like truly.
Oh, and Notting Hill is so fun.
Don't watch.
Why would you watch
Hill?
Notting
It's
Hill while they
when he,
fall in love?
what's it,
No,
when
you
he's
wouldn't
wearing
know.
his t-shirt
No.
and it goes fancy a fuck on the back.
That
You
is
know, and he
funny.
goes,
Yeah, that is
"Why I'm
funny."
thinking about wearing fancy a fuck. It's
No,
so
I don't
far
think
off.
good.
I
Not
don't
for now.
think that's the
Not
right.
now.
No, absolutely not.
Devil Wears Prada, brilliant film as well. Meryl Streep's
Something
incredible.
irrelevant to relationships
Yeah.
like Schindler's List.
Yes.
Relationships in
Yes.
that.
It's war.
Him in the list.
Him, and
Yeah.
just harrowing
I think
times.
just
For sure. I went to his factory, in Krakow.
Did you?
Yeah.
Right, gosh.
Just letting people know.
Let's go down. Let's talk more about.
It's a cheery pod. It's a cheery business pod, actually, and everyone knows it.
Okay, maybe not so sad, but like fun action film, Armageddon-y fun action film, maybe
yes,
that
yes,
stuff.
yes.
I
That's a bit
watched
of fun.
Armageddon. It's brilliant.
Top
It's
tip.
so
Top
good.
tip. Check out Armageddon.
It is. I watched it last
Day
year for the
after
first
tomorrow.
time. That is. I've seen that many times. That's
It's a good
also
film.
brilliant.
What's the one where Bruce Willis goes to space? Is
That's
that
Armageddon
Yeah,
again,
that is
yeah.
actually very
Yeah.
good.
Speaking of
Brilliant. Braveheart. Brilliant.
What's the one with the meteor and it's going towards
Armageddon.
Oh shit! Is it?
Brilliant.
Right, Ben Affleck.
Oh,
Yeah,
good,
okay.
my
Wow.
God.
Do you like a triple
Bon
bill?
Jovi soundtrack.
Oh, definitely book a karaoke booth for one.
Oh
No,
For
do
the-
it on the
for
Henny
one,
Dome.
for one.
Every piece of your
No.
Well,
advice.
I've never been in a relationship. A lot of the things I have for ideas are single. Okay, and I don't think it's that sad to go to a karaoke. You know what? It's
You've
when I
never
heard it
done
out loud.
that.
Yeah.
You've never done that.
No, just
how about
just
that?
one other person. Just one other person. So you can at
No,
least sing
don't,
to
don't
someone.
do that at all.
You know.
Don't do that at all.
Oh,
Karaoke's quite fun.
topical. Go watch Mufasa. Heard it's great. Heard it's great.
That is topical.
Yikes.
Yeah, because it's in cinemas now.
My friend who went through this, the analogy that she used to use most that helped her most, and then we'll leave it on this. We have to find out what Stevie's up to. And sorry to bring it back to shit, but she used to say that something that helped her was reading about somebody describing having your partner be unfaithful to you. It's like when a neighbor steals a package from your front door that they didn't know was put there by a prankster, and it's actually full of shit. Enjoy. You definitely stole it. Well done. It's yours now, but it is full of shit.
I was so like, what are you? Oh no, I get it. I was
And
like,
I
it's
think
much
it's-
more upsetting. Oh
Yeah.
no,
and
no,
I think
get
like,
it.
yeah, I mean, whoever it is,
Shit
and
is
that
bad,
he's
isn't
moved
it?
on with, like, yikes, poor them.
It's been a
Or
really
they
shit
have.
themed.
Yeah.
Podcast
Now,
episode.
Stevie, what are you up
Well,
to?
level
Where
with
can
you, I'll
people
shit
find you? A&E, the public toilets, but where else can they find you? On burp videos, but where else can they find
else?
you? Buying apricots, but where else?
What else? When does this go out soon?
Next
next
Thursday.
week.
Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus! No. So I'm doing I cancelled some of my Soho Theatre run dates in December, which is good because December's a bad time to do comedy because everyone wants to go to a
Everyone's
Christmas
got
party.
Home Alone on TV.
I did it all month, but go on.
Yeah,
lovely
I'm sure
Soho
you
run.
were fine, but I was struggling. So I'm doing them in March, and I've forgotten the dates. But if you go on SohoTheatre.com, it's in early March.
Great. What's your show called?
Clout, and it's just a good old laugh.
It's more than a good
Phenomenal.
old laugh. I went to see it in Edinburgh and I fucking loved
Oh
it.
my God, great!
I loved
Nice to
it.
see, 'cause
I'll
you have to
go.
hold- You have to hold the
It's
bucket at
good.
the end, and
Amazing.
it was nice to see.
That's
Helen.
so nice. Okay,
And I was
guys,
in a
I'll
cool
see you
seat
there.
at the back.
You're doing Margate. I live there, so I'm
my
going to
God,
come and see
cool.
your show, and you can in
It's
Margate.
a deal. I'll see you in Soho, where the
Right.
gays all live, and you can see me in Margate, where the gays also all live.
They
What are you
all
doing
live
there?
there.
You're
I
fucking
know.
taking over.
Every goddamn place. Okay, amazing. You live in Margate. I want to live by the sea. How nice.
really nice.
Yeah, I believe you. That's why you seem so happy.
Do you go to the slot machines like every day?
No, that's
No.
the bit that
What?
we don't really go in Margate.
No, I wouldn't. That'd be
No,
mental.
I go to the beach and the kind of bougie bars and the
Sounds
lovely restaurants.
You haven't
delightful.
got any of the Pokemon toys there yet?
Oh no! Wow.
Again,
you do,
she
let
doesn't
me
go
know.
there.
I will let you know. Yeah.
Let me know.
And where can people find you
you do.
online?
Oh, and at Steve. I must say at Steve. I'll just leave it there. No,
I'm surprised that was left. You
yeah.
can just get that.
It's mad. My social media handle is at Stevie M, but the S is a 5. I'm sorry.
And can you say hello
Beautiful.
to my friend Anna Grant? She loves you.
Hello, Anna Grant.
Oh, that's nice, Anna.
Where is
Enjoy.
she?
Scotland.
Hello, Anna.
And my girlfriend was wondering if sometimes people call you Martini Short.
Oh, that's the no one's done
It's
that.
good, isn't it?
That's so good because I have my favorite drink is like a very extra dry, extra dirty martini. So at my wedding party we had the Stevie Martinis, which was that. So it was- and because everyone always goes, "Oh, Steve Martin." That's a really good
Martini Short.
She's funny.
Isn't
she
she
is funny.
good?
She is funny.
Guys, give it up for Stevie Martin, everybody! Woo! Sorry.
You guys. Thank you so much to our exec producers and to our producers. We're going to do a shout out to our execs first to say thank you so much for supporting us on TrustyHogs. That was actually really good. Okay, thank you to our exec producers, Guy Goodman, Simon Moores, Annie Turner, Stefanie Catracchia, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway, Neil Redmond, Sadie Cashmore. Hey, you're rocking here.
You guys get that I'm too tired to keep fighting, right? I'm just sorry. Also, thank you to our producers, Elle, Richard Bald, Harald Van Dijk, Tim and Dom, David Walker, Rachel R, Claire, Owen-Jones, Jess and Nick, Sarah and Molly, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Rachel Page, Helen A, Tina Lindsay, Amy O'Riordan, Abbie Worf, Matt Sims, Luke Bright, Leah, Kate, Liz Fort, Taz, Anthony, Chloe. Are you doing what are you doing while I'm
I'm
saying
waiting for you to read all the names and I'm going to go, "Ay."
Stop punching
So
the
I
air.
needed to get the names up so I could follow
Chloe,
along.
Becky Fox, Dean Michael, Sophie Chivers, maybe Chivers, Carey Seuthe, Charley A, KC, Jam Rainbird, Tamsyne Smith-Harding, Hannah J, Ezra Peregrine, Bryn, Laura Pollock, Leah Overend, Stephen Chicken, Dougie Robertson, cute name, Hayley Singer. Guys, honestly, thank you so much for supporting the podcast. We couldn't do it without you, and we are so grateful. And this is the end of the thanks for Patreon, and also the end of any plugs that we might want to make about Patreon. It's the end of everything. This is the end. That's the end of it.
Hey!